Business prediction incoming. Your leads are about to get 3 times more expensive, and it's not going to stop. So how can you prepare as a business so that you are not going to get taken to the slaughter? And why does it matter? This is a fantastic question. I'm Scott Sylvan coming to you live for Consulting Secrets on a perfect day to talk about sales, growth, opportunity, marketing, AI, and a fantastic day to talk about you. So over the past couple of years, the cost of lead acquisition has just gone through the roof, and it's not going to get any lower. And things like AI and AI bidding is one of the reasons for it. But let's go back in history. When you take a look at the early days of Facebook, they knew that the data that they held in the future would be super valuable. So what they did was they said, we're going to give you a discount today, 2007, 2008, 2009, to gather the intel and gather the data. So Facebook wasn't the only person who did this. Google and YouTube, all the platforms did this. They said, we are gonna trade you. You are gonna give us data. We are gonna take that data and we are gonna build a platform and we're gonna build algorithms. And then what we're gonna do in the future, we're gonna charge more because we took the time to aggregate that data. Well, now it's time to pay the piper, right? It's not just that they have the data. It's AI is out there actively bidding and automatically moving those bids up where it used to be done manually. Don't get me wrong, there was some automation, but where all this was done manual at this point, it's AI saying, we're going to pay for the click. So you're like, hey, Scott, how do I use this to my advantage? Well, here's the thing. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to gather as much first-party data from your clients as possible. This is name, email address, phone number, birthday, physical address, as much data as you can get, because what you're going to want to do is reverse engineer what Facebook and Google and all these other platforms did and get buying points and decision points from the people that you are having buy from you. Sure, there might be some legal things that you have to have on your website and some constraints that you have to put in place, but that's fine. So I want to share with you, there's a lot of different platforms that we can use. And for the sake of video, I might leave one or two out. The sky's the limit. If I miss something out, it wasn't on purpose. It was just, it's so expansive. So you have things like email lists. Like if you have somebody's email address once a week, you could email them, here's an offer. Here's what's going on. You can have SMS groups. So there's things like WhatsApp. There's things like Signal. There's groups that you could get people to join. You can have SMS messaging. So there's companies like Twilio that'll do this for you. And that's not the only one. There's a ton of them. You can have a YouTube channel. You can have a Facebook group. You could have a paid group like Mighty Network, Circle, or School. Like there's a lot of these different networks and groups. You've got joint ventures. You've got partnerships. There is a lot of different ways to slice and dice how you can use your list to your advantage, but most people don't think in terms of this, and they don't consider this. So you're like, hey, Scott, I have phone numbers. What do I do? Well, what you could do is you could pay some VAs, or you could pay some people to make phone calls and say, hey, we're updating our records. Can we gather some information on you? So you pay this person by the hour, and then you reward them for every email or data point that you're looking for, and you put that into your CRM. And then moving forward, your CRM starts becoming more and more valuable. So when you go to sell your business to private equity, to a private investor, or to another company, what you're going to find is the aggregated data, or the data in a whole that you have, becomes valuable. So if there was a point where I'm like, hey, please, for the love of everything, make sure that you're collecting as much data on your client as possible, because the cost of acquisition is about to go through the roof again. Like this, I will share with you as a consultant, as an advisor, this is one of the biggest complaints that I hear. Scott, the cost of marketing in the last 3 or 4 years has just gone through the roof. And the quality of people that I'm getting is like, it's down. It's not good. These are some of the ways. It's not the only way, but these are some of the ways that you could think through and like, hey, how can I acquire more people to be on my team to do business with me? Some of it is your lists. And remember, lists are phone numbers because you can SMS. Lists are YouTube groups or Facebook groups or email publications or, paid groups like Mighty Network, Circle, or School. Be aware that your capture and resell value, the resell capability, is the thing that you're really shooting for, the next sell. Most people have their client buy one thing and they're like, let's find another client, instead of going, wait a minute, what more can we sell them? There's a book along the lines of sell till they say no. And there's an analogy in the book that this guy goes to the suit store and says, hey, I want to buy a suit. And the sales guy's like, let's buy a suit, sell a suit. And they're about to walk out the door and the manager goes like, hey, how about a tie? And then the person's like, yeah, I'll take a tie. Well, hey, how about some socks? Yeah, I'll take some socks. Hey, how about some nice dress shoes? Yeah, I'll take some dress shoes. How about some cufflinks? Right? The initial getting somebody over that hump to make the purchase is the hardest thing. When done right and when selling the next good thing, like that's the smart thing to do. Like, I need to get a new cell phone. I dropped this one and the screen's broken, okay? So I need to get a new cell phone. So think about this. What's the next available upsell? I go and I buy a cell phone. They're like, hey, do you need to have a case? Do you need to have a screen protector? Do you need to have a charger? Like, so start thinking in terms like, okay, if my company, my service was a cell phone, what's the next step to sell them? And then, you know, what you could do is you could use Jay Abraham's favorite before, during, after, or instead of. What are the people buying before the service, during the service, after the service, or instead of the service? And those are all people that you could partner with. There you go. You got one of three things to do from here. Just one of three. Find the subscribe button, click on it, and every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. 2, hit follow. 3, share this video with a friend. We'll see you soon.